Hi friends, it's Miss Kleeb here, and today we're looking at lesson 3.9, which is all about subtracting decimals. If you're in your math workbook, we're on page 202. That is page 202. So let's look at our first problem here. Here, we're going to learn how we're able to check our answer through addition. But in order to do that, we first need to find the difference. So we're going to subtract our hundredths place first. Now, if there's no number here, that's just a placeholder for a 0. So when we go to subtract, we will see 0 minus 3. Now we cannot take away 3 if we have 0, which means we need to regroup from our tenths place. So this 2 will become a 1, and we'll regroup that 0 into a 10 because we took from our tenths place into our hundredths place. So now we have 10 minus 3 equals 7. Now we'll look at our tenths place. 1 minus 6. Well, if we only have 1, we can't take away 6, which means we'll move over to our ones place, and we'll regroup. So this 4 will become a 3, and this 1 will become an 11. Now we have 11 minus 6 equals 5, and we'll put our decimal down. Now we'll have 3 minus 8. Again, if we only have 3, we can't take away 8. So we'll regroup from our tens place. So our 1 will become a 0, and our 3 will become a 13. 13 minus 8 equals 5. So now, in order to check our answer, we will add the difference to the number we subtracted. Well, our difference is this 5.57. So we will take 5.57 and add it to the number we subtracted, which is 8.63. 7 plus 3 is 10. Drop our 0, carry the 1. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 1, 12. So again, we're just working our way through our place values. 8 plus 5 gives us 13, plus 1 gives us 14. Now this number should equal what we had right here, and luckily it does. So we'll go down. Is our answer correct? Yes. Yes, because 14.20 equals 14.20. What we got here matches what we initially had. So let's scroll down to these problems. So number 1, 5.83 minus 2.18. Now for our estimate, we're going to look what two numbers are these similar to that would give us an accurate estimate. I know that 5 means you round up. So I'm going to say this is close to 6, and 2 with 1, you stay the same. So I would say that this problem is similar to 6 minus 2, and that will give me 4. So my estimate would be 4. So now let's subtract to see what we actually find. So first we'll do 3 minus 8, because we always start with the numbers on the farthest to the right. So 3 minus 8. We can't do that, so we'll have to regroup. Our 8 becomes a 7, our 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 8 equals 5. Now we have 7 minus 1, that equals 6. Carry our decimal down, 5 minus 2 equals 3. So our answer is 3.65. When we ask ourselves if that's reasonable, we'll look at our estimate. 3.65 is close to 4, so it is reasonable. Let's look at number 2. 4.45. With 4.45, I will round down because of this 4. So it will stay the same as a 4. 1.86. This 8 makes me round up, so I'll have 4 minus 2 gives me 2 as my estimate. So now let's find our difference. 5 minus 6. Again, if you only have 5, you can't take away 6, so we'll need to regroup. So our 4 becomes a 3, and that 10 is added to our 5. So 15 minus 6 equals 9. 3 minus 8, we'll have to regroup. So our 4 becomes a 3, and the 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 6 equals 5. Carry our decimal down. 3 minus 1 equals 2. So our answer is 2.59, which is close to our estimate, so that's a reasonable answer. Let's look at number 3. 4.03. 0 means I will stay the same, so 4. 2.25. 2 means I'll stay the same, so 4 minus 2 gives me 2 as my estimate. So now let's find the difference. 3 minus 5. Well, I'll have to regroup. But when I come over to my 0, I see that I don't have anything to regroup from, which means I'll have to move on to my next place value, which is the ones place. So our 4 becomes a 3, and our 0 will become a 10. Now I still need to regroup for this 3, which means my 10 becomes a 9, and my 3 will become 13. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 9 minus 2 equals 7. And 3 minus 2 equals 1. So my answer is 1.78, which is close to 2, so my answer is reasonable. Now these 3 problems are where you'll pause and work on your own, and then come check back at the video to make sure that you got the right answer. So I'll give you a couple seconds to pause and go solve number 4 on your own, and then come back to check your answer. Okay, so hopefully you work this out on your own. So in order to find the difference, I will look at my hundredths place. I will need to regroup. So my 7 becomes a 6, and my 0 becomes a 10. So now I have 10 minus 3 equals 7. 6 minus 4 equals 2. You can't forget to carry your decimal place, and you can add a 0 if you'd like. So your answer should be 0.27. All right, so now let's try number 5. I'll give you a couple seconds to pause the video and then work out number 5 on your own and check back to see if you got the correct answer. Okay. So, as I said, if there's no number, go ahead and drop a 0 there. That will help you keep it organized as you're regrouping. So 0 minus 4. If I don't have any, I can't take away 4, so I will regroup. Our 2 becomes a 1, our 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 4 equals 6. 1 minus 0 equals 1. Carry down our decimal. If I have 3, I can't take away 8, so I will regroup. My 1 becomes a 0, and I will add that to this place value, giving me 13. 13 minus 8 equals 5, so you should have gotten 5.16. Okay, now pause again, solve number 6, and check back to see if you got the correct answer. All right, hopefully you're catching on to if there's no number, drop a 0. If I have 0, I can't take away 7, so I will regroup. 8 becomes 7, and I regroup, so my 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 7 equals 3. 7 minus 6 equals 1. Drop down my decimal. 5 minus 9, I can't do because I don't have enough, so I will regroup. My 1 becomes a 0. My 5 becomes 15. 15 minus 9 equals 6. You should have gotten 6.13 as your answer.